Hello there, this is Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin. We all know Disney Star Wars is trash. And there are a bunch of fake fan SJW Reylo shippers in the fandom. They sit around all day because they're unemployed, and they fantasize about Rey and Kylo Ren having anal sex and making a whole bunch of babies for the future of Star Wars. The major problem with that is Disney killed off Kylo Ren in Episode 9. The character is dead. Adam Driver can't come back to the story. But that doesn't stop these Reylo shippers from fantasizing about it. Well, they can bring him back. Disney will retcon the sequel trilogy that they claim to love so much. But how could they love it if a major part of it died when Kylo Ren was killed? Despite how ridiculous it is to revive a character in Star Wars, these Reylo shippers are hopeful that Disney will do it. And to be honest, Disney is so bad that they would probably revive Kylo Ren just to satisfy the SJW crybaby fake fans.
Adam, are you gonna? Is there any more talk about more Star Wars stuff?
Oh boy, look who's back.
Yeah, they're doing stuff. Yeah, but not with me. I'm not doing it.
You're done because of the characters.
Yeah.
Now, why would Adam Driver not want to return to Star Wars? Well, because Disney Star Wars is shit, and they didn't do his character justice. It didn't go in the direction he thought it was going to go. Adam Driver appeared on The Rich Eisen Show and went into detail about how his character changed.
Did you know that at least you're playing Vader 2.0? Like, at least did you know that conceptually?
I did, yeah. And I had an overall arc in mind that he wanted to do, which, then changed. But his idea was that almost the opposite journey of Vader, where Vader starts the most confident, the most, committed to the dark side, and by, the last movie, he's the most vulnerable and weak, and he wanted to start at the opposite, where this character was the most confused and vulnerable, and by the end of the three movies would be most committed to the dark side. So I tried to keep that arc in mind, regardless if that wound up not being the journey anyway, and kind of evolving into Ben Solo. That was never part of it.
That wasn't either?
No. Because, Ben Solo, he was Ben Solo from the beginning, but it was never a version where we actually see Ben Solo when I first signed up for it. With Ryan, he took it into a different direction, but still it kind of still tracked with the character. Than the last one, it changed.
Okay.
So a lot of people will tell you, J.J. Abrams had a plan for Kylo Ren. He was supposed to start out as conflicted and then become the big bad at the end. It was all ruined by Rian Johnson. And yeah, Rian Johnson ruined a lot of things. But who directed the last episode of the sequel trilogy? Was it Rian Johnson? Was it Colin Trevorrow? No, it was J.J. Abrams. And as bad as The Last Jedi was, he killed Snoke, he embraced the role of Supreme Leader, attacked Luke Skywalker, force projection Luke Skywalker, and he was set up to be the big bad in Episode 9. JJ directed Episode 9, but he was not the big bad.
Oh, Missa, Jar Jar Abrams! Hey, J.J. Abrams.
So why is this important for the overall scope of Disney Star Wars, our movement to avenge Star Wars, hoping that Disney Star Wars fails? You get a lot of people going I didn't like the sequels, and there's a lot of shows on Communist Plus that I don't like, but I want Disney Star Wars to fail. Well, you are a Disney shill. I want it to fail, my fans want it to fail, and Adam Driver claiming he is not returning to Disney Star Wars is huge. It's huge for our movement. Because the fake fan SJW Reylo shippers are going to be crushed by this. They, for the past 4 years, have just assumed that Disney is going to revive this character and bring him back to life. They thought it was going to happen, and it is confirmed it is not going to happen. And this is not the John Boyega situation where he's saying, I'm not going to be Disney Plus. obviously he's fucking lying. They're going to throw him a bunch of money and he's going to return. And the big thing is, his character is still alive. Adam Driver has other things going on and doesn't need Disney Star Wars. And even if he wanted to come back, his character is dead. And at the end, he was going to be fully embracing the dark side, but that didn't happen. That changed. J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson, they are terrible. Disney Star Wars is terrible. So I'm sorry, Reylos, it's not happening. Rey and Kylo Ren are not going to butt fuck. They are not going to have Reylo babies. And they are not going to have a romantic relationship in Rey's new Jedi Order. This is my impression of Reylo fans for the past 4 years. I really thought the sequel crazy, but I can't believe they cut off Kylo Ren. I can't believe they cut him off, but they're gonna retcon the sequels, and they're gonna revive him, and then him and Rey are going to have wonderful anal sex, and they're gonna have babies, and Kylo Ren is gonna have the babies, not Rey, because that's how it works, because men can have babies too, and it's gonna be magical, and I'm gonna go on Reddit and not shower for a week and talk about it. Oh, I'm a Weibo. I'm a Weibo. Look, it says on my Twitter that I'm a Weibo. This is also very important because the Rey movie has been announced for 2026, 2027, and this is not going to happen in that movie. So what do they have to sell people in this movie? If they're reviving Kylo Ren, that's something to sell to the fake fans. But this is a big thing that won't happen, will never happen, and the Reylos are going to cry about it. And I'm here to enjoy their pain, and I'm only going to make it worse. So give yourself to the dark side, stop supporting Disney Star Wars, become a knight, and subscribe to the channel.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.